Caution advised. Something is here. It's not worth giving up yet. Such is our calling. Commencing search. An orphan.
Focus your attention. What do you see?
Giant. Sleeping.
Again.
Animals. Fighting.
Stay focused.
Such is our calling.
You almost fried there. Good thing I was around. Traveler.
The predecessor. ND3500 reached. Accessing predecessor's travel log. Attempting data salvage.
I have encountered an unprecedented orphan. It was in a state of suppressed recomposition.
The behavior pattern of the orphans populating the area is highly unusual. They become exceptionally aggressive.
It is highly recommended to proceed with caution.
They seem to act more consistently, in coordination.
Destroying the nest is now a priority.
Such is our calling.
Such is our calling.
My name is Jacek Ziemba. I'm co-directing CRONOS the New Dawn with my friend Wojciech.
And yeah, my name is Wojciech, and I have a pleasure to work with Jacek and co-direct CRONOS.
And CRONOS, it's sci-fi survival horror, and in a way, a dream come true for us to make.
It will be The Thing, Carpenter's movie. Yeah, we are also inspired by Dark, Netflix TV series.
About time travel. We cannot forget about Dead Space. That also were somewhere there because we have also the protagonists and other maybe similar things.
Yeah, when we think about movies, it will be, of course, 12 Monkeys, like the convict being sent in time, maybe we ring a bell. But also Dark Souls series. We also love to, push our game into a little bit more challenging direction. Yeah. In Chronos, you play as a traveler, and the travelers, because there's more of them, are being sent to the ruins of human civilization to search for the time rifts and jump back in time to extract people who didn't survive the apocalypse.
Travelers are the only ones that can survive the environment in our future setting, in our game. The only ones that can travel to the past and keep up or survive encounters with monsters.
This is not a typical soldier, this is like a diver in time. So that's why we came up with this design that we really love.
The world of Chronos, it's like alternative history when the world ends in 80s by the apocalyptic event that we called the change. We push action more to the future, and when we play as a traveler, when we try to find in this destroyed world reminiscence of of the people, but what's the most important, the time rifts that can bring us to the past.
We are calling them the orphans because they are what was left from humanity. The orphans can, take different forms, so you will encounter different enemies with different, let's say, skill sets, different abilities.
The important ingredient is body horror here, and we chose it to create maybe a little bit as an homage also to The Thing and overall genre of body horror. But what was important for us that, okay, they need to be created only from human flesh.
Cool. We also have some questions from our community.
So, question 1. Yes, there will be letters. We love them.
Yes, and you saw one at the end of the trailer.
Maybe.
Don't want to spoil everything. Yes, you can punch monsters
In the face.
if they stomp them.
If they have a face.
Kinda. Yeah, fire, but fire is important in our game.
It's not Mariki Skłodowska, but definitely for our CGI character, Mariki Skłodowska can be a role model.
Yes, there is, but it doesn't work like in a Dead Space. We've got our own take on combat. To be honest, we can't wait to show you more about our game. And yeah, we can confirm that something about the gameplay is coming soon.
So stay tuned.
Have you ever imagined a world where the only way to survive the apocalypse is by going back in time? In CRONOS the New Dawn, humanity is already gone, and the only escape lies in memories, fragments, and choices that can't be undone. This is the new project from Bloober Team, the creators of The Medium, but this time they've left psychological horror behind to dive into real survival horror, tense, grim, and brutal. No cheap jump scares here. The fear comes from constant pressure, from lack of ammo, from doubt, and from a mechanic that can turn any enemy into something far, far worse. The story centers on an event called The Change, a temporal rupture that shattered the world and turned people into creatures known as orphans. You play as a traveler, an agent of the collective who uses a device called the Harvester to extract human essence from key moments in the past. Each mission takes you to 1980s Poland, where echoes of the timeline still live their lives, but nothing is quite what it seems. Every essence you collect shifts the present, and the line between what's real and what's manipulated begins to blur. The deeper you go, the more the world pushes back. Gameplay follows classic survival horror rules: third-person camera, limited inventory, scarce ammo, but with a twist. Killing an enemy isn't the end. If you don't burn the body quickly, it can fuse with others on the ground, forming an abomination that nearly doubles the challenge. This alone changes how you approach every fight. The game also mixes firearms, melee combat, and temporal abilities. Yes, time manipulation comes into play, letting you open paths, slow enemies, or alter the state of certain objects. With each new mission, the gameplay evolves and the difficulty ramps up. The atmosphere is a show in itself. Everything looks like a Soviet nightmare, brutalist architecture, crumbling industry, and tech that feels both analog and alien. The visual style blends Alien, Stalker, Dead Space, and even Dark, building a constant sense of paranoia. The music doesn't guide you, it crushes you, and the visuals aim to disturb more than impress. Every corridor has something grotesque. Lighting is harsh, blood looks real, and the world feels like it's collapsing under your feet. It's a universe that wants to break you and then ask, do you still want to keep going? Built with Unreal Engine 5 since 2021, CRONOS the New Dawn is Bloober Team's most ambitious project yet. According to the devs, their goal was to move far away from the medium or even the Silent Hill 2 remake. They wanted more gameplay, more combat, and fewer passive moments. The idea is to deliver something like Resident Evil 4 mixed with Alan Wake, but with original mechanics like the enemy fusion system and time rift exploration with real consequences. It's a game that wants to be hard, not unfair, but demanding, forcing you to think like someone actually trying to survive the end of the world. The game is already confirmed for PC, Xbox Series, and PlayStation 5, with release expected sometime in 2025. A physical edition has been announced for PS5 in the Americas through Skybound Games, and the devs have already stated, if this works, it could become a full franchise with sequels and spin-offs based on these temporal anomalies. But right now, the focus is on delivering a proper old-school survival horror, the kind that makes you watch your inventory and think twice before pulling the trigger. If CRONOS lives up to its promise, we might be looking at the most creative survival horror in years. Now tell me, what do you think of this concept? Do you like this more tactical, tense style, or do you prefer something more fast-paced? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Every week, we bring you the best games to keep an eye on. This is Play Hunters. Thanks for watching, and watch out for the bodies on the floor.
Such is our calling. Such is our calling.